sugar. Welcome or welcome back to my closet. I'm Ro the Black Magnolia, your favorite bougie babe, bringing you all your bougie but budget-friendly tips and faves, and a little bit of everything in between. Today's video is all about my Amazon favorites for skincare. So I like to make sure I keep everything that I need for my face on auto ship, because there's nothing worse than getting home at the end of the night to wash your face and realizing that you have no cleanser. That is terrible. Nobody wants to go to sleep with a face full of makeup, because no matter what, you don't wake up the next day looking this way. You wake up looking like a raccoon. And that's just not a good look. That's not what we want to do. I'm going to share with you my top 6 favorite skincare products that I have on auto ship all the time in my Amazon cart. And I'm going to review the products basically in the order that I would use them on my face. That way it's kind of like you're going through my face wash routine with me. We're going to start with cleansers. I love La Roche-Posay. I use their regular cleanser every day. I've just recently started using their oil cleanser because my skin is oily and I need to use an oil-based product in order to get all the buildup and gunk off of my skin. I didn't have bad acne as a teenager, just a few pimples here and there, nothing crazy. I have always had pretty clear skin, but as I've gotten older, in my big 4s, almost into my big 5s in just a couple years here, as I've gotten older, I have found that with all of the hormonal changes, I've gone through menopause 3 times now. Once medically because of a hysterectomy. The second time, my body was like, it's just time. And now again, I'm having all of these hot flashes and mood swings, and it just feels very unfair. But what does not feel unfair is the fact that I have found this La Roche-Posay Medicated Cleansing Gel. It's the Effaclar. I love this. Whenever I am having a breakout or whenever my skin is being a little unruly, it helps clear everything up. I'll typically only use it once a day. If I use it in the morning, I won't use it at night and vice versa. But just whenever I feel like my skin is congested and it needs to get cleaned up and get a little bit extra buildup off, I will use this. And rest assured, this is definitely in my auto ship. I keep it on deck all the time. Next, let's go to toners. There are 2 toners that I live and die by. First is the Paulas Choice. This stuff is the holy grail of skincare. My daughter turned me on to this probably, I would say 3 years ago, two years ago, and I love it. You don't want to use it every single day, but it really does the trick. I've never really liked doing an exfoliating scrub. It always kind of ekes me out a little bit. I know the little sharp abrasive ends that are in there are going on my face. No, I'll do an exfoliating scrub from like the neck down, but from the neck up, no, I don't like that. That's why I love this liquid exfoliant. These are always really the way to go. I feel like getting a few little fine lines and different things like that. I am okay with aging, but I want to do so as slowly and as gracefully as possible. And this liquid exfoliant helps with that. It does have salicylic acid, so the directions on this one are to start using it every other day and not every day, and then as you gradually work up to it and make sure your skin can tolerate it, then you can go to every day. I personally don't use it every day. I try to use it 2 to 3 times a week depending on how I feel like my skin is doing, but then I'll switch it up with a fruit acid toner, something that doesn't have the stronger salicylic acid and BHA, all those kind of things. So I will use something like the ELF, I think it's the ELF vitamin E toner. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but it's in a yellow bottle. If I can find it, I'll put a picture of it up here for you. I'm never gonna not have pores. I have large pores, I have oily skin. So anything that I can do to help unclog them, which is my main concern, is getting all the gunk out of them, because you wear makeup and all that stuff is bound to happen. But just to keep them clean and keep my skin feeling nice and hydrated and clear, this does the trick every single time. So sticking with toners, this is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid Toning Solution. So good. So good. It leaves my skin feeling so fresh, so clean. So fresh and so clean? I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. But it leaves my skin feeling amazing. It helps, again, with evening skin tone and clearing out pores, all that good stuff. And this is 7% glycolic acid. Paulas Choice is an exfoliant and this is a toner, but because they both have pretty decent concentration levels of acids in them, I won't use them on the same day. So like I said, I'll use this 3 times a week. I will use this 2 times a week. and just maybe vice versa, depending on what I'm feeling like my skin needs. What I love about the Ordinary Toning Solution is that it is so versatile. A trick that I learned, again, from my daughter. I get all my skincare tips from my daughter because skincare is kind of her jam. The trick that I learned from her is to use the glycolic acid in my armpits. Sometimes your armpits are a little bit darker than the rest of your body, and I don't necessarily love that. When I'm wearing tank tops or short sleeve shirts in the summer, I don't like my armpits looking dark like that. So I started using the glycolic acid after my shower. Helped lighten those right up. I love it. So good. It is not a skin lightener, but it does help remove some of that dead skin, which you can get a little bit more of a buildup in your armpit area. That happens. But I don't know the reason why it works. It doesn't lighten the skin on my face, but it helps even out and lighten the skin in my armpits. I'm not trying to lighten the skin on my face. I don't need to do that. I just want to lighten up the armpit area, and this glycolic acid solution does the trick every time. It's light, it doesn't have a harsh smell, it doesn't feel harsh, but again, as with all of these products, use them with care. If you have any kind of serious acne or breakouts or things like that, I would recommend going and seeing a dermatologist or your primary care physician before you use any of these like plain over-the-counter drugstore, Amazon store solutions for your skin. And the next product is the Badescu Rose Water Solution. It's not a toner, it's a facial spray, and I love it. It has rose water, aloe, and different herbs in it, and it's so good. I love it, and it smells heavenly. At first I thought, what a lot of hype. It's just a pretty bottle with pink water in it. I don't need that, it's silly. But this is the best stuff. After I've washed my face and after I've used my toner, I go in with the spray of this all over, and it just helps refresh and cool your face. And what I found is great about this is that when I put this on, the next thing in my skincare regimen that I put on is my CeraVe vitamin C. I'm out of that right now, so it's not in the video. I will link it in the description box for you because it is part of my regimen. Using this right before I put on my vitamin C serum helps it absorb into my skin and helps my skin look more radiant and more glowy every single time. And if I'm just gonna wash my face and not wear any makeup for the day, I don't mind looking a little glowy and dewy. I'm not trying to not sweat off makeup. I just want my skin to look healthy and hydrated. This rose water and aloe facial spray really seems to help when I'm putting on that next layer of my serums and things. It really helps to get them in there and help me feel like they're really absorbing and my skin is picking up more of that serum than it would without it. I don't know, it could all be head games. So I definitely think that this is one that you should add to your routine if you haven't already. It does the trick every single time with helping my skin absorb my serums and anything else that I'm putting on right after in my face wash routine. And if you haven't already, sugar, head on down to that subscription button, click it, and turn on your notification bell, and that will ensure that you will never, ever miss a thing. Okay, we're almost at the end here. Last but not least, I have my La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer. This is so hydrating. It feels so good on the skin. It is perfection. I use it, it's super lightweight. I use it daytime, nighttime. I have a little bit of a different routine that I use. It doesn't feel like it's clogging your skin, but it also doesn't feel like so watery that it's not doing anything. That's the one thing I hate about any lotion. It feels like you're just putting water on your face, expensive water on your face, and I'm not gonna do that. I already washed my face with the water. Now I need to hydrate and moisturize with the actual lotion. It helps to replenish essential moisture for up to 48 hours. Who's not washing their face every day? Because I don't need lotion to last 48 hours. I don't need that. As it restores the skin's natural protective barrier. It's good lotion. I don't know about all that on there. I'm thinking that it's true because it has not failed me yet. It's a great moisturizer. And I treat my skin like combination skin because my skin is just naturally really, really oily. But I've found as I've gotten older, I am getting some dry spots here and there. They don't last, but they do pop up every once in a while. And I've had to learn to treat my skin like it's combination skin. So when I'm finding that I'm having a little bit of a dry spell, I maybe just use a little tiny bit more of my product rather than trying to switch to something else, because most everything that I use is good for combination skin. And there are some things that I will use that are just oily skin friendly, but on the whole, this definitely combination skin friendly. And then we're gonna close it out with sunscreen. After I have cleansed, I have toned, I have put on my rose water spray, I have put on my vitamin C serum, and then I have put on my moisturizer. I always finish up with sunscreen if I'm going out during the day. I love the Black Girl Magic sunscreen. I remember when it first came out, I felt so seen. I felt like finally something that is for my skin tone, that's not gonna give me a white cast that I'm gonna have to rub in like repeatedly just to make it blend so that I can actually wear my makeup or not wear any makeup and not look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. The representation of it really did something for me. It made me happy and it made me want to wear sunscreen more. I know I need to wear sunscreen, but it really made me want to because it was less work. I use the SPF 50 every day. During the summer, when I know I'm going to be out in the sun a lot more, I always switch up to the SPF 50 instead of just the 30. And then when I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup, or if I'm going to be wearing like a tinted moisturizer or anything like that, I always use the SPF 45 Make It Matte. And this sunscreen does an incredible job at mattifying the skin while still protecting it. And I love that because if I'm putting on my makeup, I don't want to feel like I have to do extra work because of my skincare to keep my makeup on my face. So this helps with that. It is a nice ultra sheer fragrance-free SPF 45 sunscreen for the face, and it is fantastic. It does a really great job at mattifying my skin. And that is it for this video, sugar. Those are my top 6 skincare must-haves that you can get on Amazon. Everything, like I said, will be linked in the description box for you below so that you can make any one of these or all of them a part of your routine as well. But if you could, just so that we can make sure that the algorithm knows that you and I, we're besties, make sure you like the video and leave a comment and let me know which of these you already may be using and that you may be adding to auto ship, or which of them may be new to you and you're gonna try. Let's talk a little bit in the comments. You know I love it there. And I will see you in the next video.